family, welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's the Rams going up against the Saints. The opening kick is straight ahead, so it's time to turn it over to my colleagues, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis with the call. Gentlemen.
All right, Larry, thank you. We are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Los Angeles Rams and the New Orleans Saints. First and 10, Winston. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. No gain, and it's second down. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
Now Jameis on second down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And he'll give it here to his running back. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. And it's possible that today the most important group could be the linebackers.
Yeah, the second level, as we like to call them, right? Defensive front has to control things, but the linebackers, they do more than clean up. They help create big plays.
Second down, Winston. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. So still in search of the first down after that last completion. Third and short yardage, Winston. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47.
Man, you talk about a coach setting the tone on the first drive of the ball game. On his own side of midfield, he says, forget it, punting unit. We're going for it. And his guys are able to get him a first down.
So the run gets him the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now on first down, he's going to sneak it. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Okay, I think we can safely agree. That's not a call you see very often on 1st and 10.
Ever. Who calls a first down sneak?
I guess the best we've probably seen is a first down quarterback draw.
Right.
Yeah, but not a sneak. But they did gain yards.
Ready? White 25.
Winston to throw it this time. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. To give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Winston surveying the field. Looking left side, he's got it complete. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Winston now. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
I really don't know where to go with this one. He caught the pass, but in the opposite direction towards his own end zone. That's not one you get every game.
Now a second down throw for Winston. And that will be caught, but out of bounds. Out of bounds, ruled incomplete here.
That's a nice catch, but unable to stay in bounds. And remember, it wasn't a wide receiver who works on that all the time.
I was going to say, he likes to get the ball handed to him. Now, don't get me wrong, he's part of the passing game as well, but maybe a little out of his comfort zone there.
Yeah, he might want to have a few words to say to us about that later, but I am still going with you on that one. Wide receivers work on a little bit more.
Jameis to throw it. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play, and guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he's going to take a fight for the football, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time with just punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. See if they stay on the ground for second down.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field.
Off the play fake, Winston. He's going to air one out. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Still 9 yards to go on third down.
Heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges. Let's go now. White 25. Right.
On third down, Winston. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And the quarterback, he's got some big threats at wideout.
And they seem to get bigger all the time, don't they, Brandon? Every time I look out and watch a game, we're getting these bigger, more athletic, acrobatic receivers. We have some today.
They'll set up a throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down. Carter, your thoughts on this D-line?
I love a unit that can control the run and get after the passer. This is an all-around terrific defensive front. Hard to move the ball against them on the ground, and then when you want to throw it, look out. Here they come after the quarterback.
Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down.
Hurry up, here we go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
You know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got time in the pocket. And it is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Saints will have the football back. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Let's go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
The gun now on 3rd down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
Here we go.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down.
Well, if it's 4th and 4, 4th and 5, maybe you think about the field goal there. But on 4th and 1, this is a way to tell your offense, hey, I believe in you. You can do this. And sure enough, they're going to pick up the 1st down.
Here we go.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown 1 interception. Almost threw a 2nd one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. The Saints with an extra defensive back here on 3rd on the field.
Could they blitz?
Back to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
3rd down is the down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And, Jameis intercepted a third time. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice the game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met. We just saw what a lot of teams call a heavy set. 3 tight ends in the game. That signifies they want to run the football. Yeah, occasionally they'll play action and throw it, but most of the time, those guys on the field means strength, power, run the ball behind them. And now what a lot of teams are doing is they're taking an extra offensive tackle and putting him in a tight end number to give them even more blocking power. And we just saw it on that play.
A gain of 35 that time. And the Rams are set up now with a 1st and goal.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
He'll look to throw. That's caught at the 2. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Their big tight end, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Rams add on to their lead. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They go back to the air here after the INT. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Jameis to throw it. And this is incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
So 3rd down, and defensively the Rams have added 2 extra DBs. 3rd and long for Winston. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. A minute 59 to go in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Back to throw now on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
All right, here we go. Boom, landed.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. That one goes for 24 yards.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Now they go screen. It's complete. No gain on the screen there. It's second down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
One of the best routes, one of the favorite routes of any play caller. He just ran that one. Nice little angle route. That's supposed to be a catch, and usually it is, and the running back dropped it.
Yeah, I mean, he's a running back, but he's got hands. He should have caught it. So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third.
Detroit! Detroit! No. Check. Patriot!
Again, he'll drop to throw. And the third down pass falls incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, your trip. You're back in your own territory with just a little time. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Ready. Blue ready. Here we go.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And what else could go wrong at this point? This is going to be a defensive touchdown as they keep piling it on. That's something you have to be wary of on your side of the field, that close to the goal line. The defense, they are looking for that football. They got it. They scored.
You are so right, and the quarterback has to speed things up himself. So close to the goal line, they're going to get after you. Make sure you get rid of the football and in a safe place.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Jameis on second down. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
And there's a good opportunity that just went awry there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
We've got a 3rd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on over to Orlando, where we'll check in with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Well, Brandon, so much for halftime adjustments. They still can't get anything going on the ground. It may be time to loosen things up and start flinging it around a little bit.
Play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he is out of bounds, getting it just shy of the 35. And give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Second down following the run. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
Well, we just saw the recipe for success right there. Big body, strong, agile, playing with great leverage in hands. Not really able to be blocked on that play. Close things down inside.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. Shift together here from the D-line. Here's Winston. But his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great read, and he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. And on that one, with 6 defensive backs, did he need to be more careful throwing the football? I mean, I guess obviously hindsight he did, but...
Yeah, hindsight, but even in foresight, when you got 6 defensive backs on the field, you just know you're going to get multiple coverages. You're never sure what you're going to see. But the biggest one is you don't have much reaction time for your receivers to go get the football because those guys, they're the best cover guys on the field. They go get it. And on that play, they took it the other way for 6 points.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
Ready. 125.
Winston now to throw on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now Winston, he's going to sling this deep downfield. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
So a second down incompletion now brings up third down.
Ready. 125.
Winston from the gun on third down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. It's a gain of 17, and it'll give him a first down. So he makes the grab, and the chains move forward.
Nice job by the offensive line giving them time to complete that first down pass.
First down, Winston. And my goodness, another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college with all the spread offenses, not very many pro style where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position.
And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Back now here live in New Orleans. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. They'll run it now out of the gun. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a third down. $10 yards to go on third. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Out of the gun now on third down. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Their big tight end with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Rams have got it on cruise control. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They go back to the air here after the INT. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it a 2nd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And this defense looks for 1 more stop here on 3rd after the run.
Ready. 51 to Mike. 51 to Mike.
And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. Winston. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Ready. Blue ready. Right here, guys. Mike 51.
Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. They go play action here on 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's going to float this over the middle deep, and he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots at the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you've got to be ready for the short throw. In this case, when you see the cue that they're going for the end zone, retreat and make sure you have a way to play forward, back towards the receiver, and have a chance to bat the ball away as they did there.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here.
4 down, 4 down. All right, here we go. 3, 9,
They'll drop the throw. This will be caught at about the 3. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams just continue to pour it on. Extra point attempt to come here. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
2nd down, Winston. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
So a 3rd and 8. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. On 3rd down, Winston. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
A short gain that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. It'll be a pickup of only a yard. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. To throw, Winston. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller's sheet, They have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
The second down throw for Winston. And now here is another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They have the big cushion here in the final stages of this one. I don't know if there's any better feeling than being up big on the road.
There really can't be, because for a team to go on the road and win in the NFL, that's huge to begin with. But just think about all the preparation that went into it. When they first started talking about this game, leading up to it during the week, going on the road, unfamiliar city, obviously, unfamiliar hotel. No one's going to be with you once you get to the stadium. They're all going to be against you. You name it, all those things they had to deal with, they were able to conquer them and do it convincingly.
Yeah, they did it very convincingly, and now the final moments of this one. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with
boy, and now they can't even get a playoff.
Field left. Coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Ready. Blue way.
On second down, Winston again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks, because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did. While an incomplete pass certainly doesn't look like a good play, for the guy throwing it today, as many interceptions he's thrown, he's got to feel a sigh of relief that the ball actually hit the ground and didn't go in the other direction.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
Ready. Watch what we got. Hey, check.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He only needed a few inches. He didn't even get that. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. They come into enemy territory, and I don't care what the matchup is in the National Football League. You're up like this late in the game on the road. This feels pretty good.
Oh, it feels fantastic. Anytime you get a road victory in the NFL, that's a big-time accomplishment, and to do it this convincingly, that just tears up the script that every home team has, which is nobody comes into our house and pushes us around. They took care of business today.
Yeah, they pushed around, and this is caught. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Now for the point after. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well.
And my goodness, another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And they are going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They take over with great field position. They've got the big lead. Most would say they should kneel it, but the key word there is should. You never know here.
You never know. That's the exact play that should happen. But some people like stats. You know, some people like to put more things up on the board, but kneel down is usually the right play here.
We'll see what they do in this situation. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that plus 3.
He'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end's going to be a favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their own head, because they understand how tight windows are there and how many bodies are there. And sometimes they just overthink it and don't catch the ball. And on 3rd and 3, they decided to go with a dime package. Yeah. 6 DBs.
Yeah, you're right. They've got 6 out there. And almost intercepted. Would have been a huge pick in the end zone, but as it stands, that brings up 4th.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off the drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
All right, here we go.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. Well, he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know. Are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room, get the heck out of here?
That is one way to approach it. Sometimes coaches say, that's it, okay? It hasn't worked all game. There's no sense in doing something now. Let's get out of here. No one gets hurt. But others will look at it and say, we still have an opportunity to do something.
And now here is another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And that will write a finish to this ball game. And the storyline of this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a
I wanna sip on private planes. I wanna scream.